Okay, in this video we'll be taking you through the installation of the SLX Extreme Series Bullbar on this Y62. We'll pretty much start by popping the bonnet, undoing all the clips across the top there, and all the 10 mils and clips underneath. Then we'll work our way behind the guard here, loosen the guard, undo the 10 mil bolt which generally holds it in. After that we'll pull out the grill, undo a couple of clips that are generally behind the grill here, pull the panel forward and then undo all the sensor stuff, and then get to removing everything behind it and installing the link cradle. Remove the top panel clips, just pry it up, pull them out. Access behind the panel here. There is a couple clips down there that we'll get to. So basically there is a good number of 10 mil bolts along the bottom here and a number holding this access panel on. Once you remove that, you gain access and see 13 mil bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll remove that. The bumper is no longer attached to chassis. Yeah, also there's another 3 or 4 10 mils on the other side there as well. Now to remove the bumper, there is some hidden 10 mils behind the inner wheel arch here. You just have to pull it away and then slowly undo it with the spanner or with a socket if you can get it in there. So before removing the bumper, we're basically going to remove these 2 M10 bolts which hold the retaining bit of plastic around the headlight in. That way we can just leave it in place. After we've done this, we'll just double check that we've undone all the clips on top of the grill, behind the grill, underneath, and then we'll pull the bumper forward. Okay, so we've loosened all our bolts, the 10 mil, 2 10 mils behind here, the one under there, all the clips, even the ones behind the air dam holding the grill in place. We're now going to disconnect the camera. It's just a simple plug, disconnect. We've got the water on this side and also the main wire harness plug. We've got a cable tie ready because once we disconnect the water, it will need to start to leak. It's pretty much just you press it together and you disconnect that, cable tie it up. You can. There we go. Alright. Also, I've pre-done it, but with harnesses here, you just disconnect that, and then basically the bumper pretty much just comes away. Then we'll get all our sensor stuff out of it. There's our clips I was talking about. We'll get all the stuff out and put it to the new bumper. Okay, so we have our grill off, bumper and the grill off. We're going to start by removing the water lines and unclipping them. They just pull through, give a little pinch. That pulls off, keeping the orientation that the water inlet is on the driver's side. We'll mark our sensors. So this is the drivers, and I'll put it up. Doing it up, which I can see quite clearly. 2 and up. 2 and up. It's also a good idea to take a photo of it, just in case you refer back to the orientation. Simply pull them apart and make sure you clip out. Make sure the rubber comes with it. Do the same for all of these. See, the rubber does not come with this one. We need that. Put that back on. Now we will start to unclip this harness. All these spots along here, we'll be reusing this factory fog glass, 10mm there to take that out. Pick, right, and simply just get underneath it and give it a wiggle. And you'll do that for pretty much all of them. In a second video after this, we'll show you how to remove these washer jets, which we need to locate back into the bar. To remove the washer jet, we're going to pull this retaining clip out the back of it. You should be able to wiggle that forward through it. Then we're pretty much going to apply heat evenly around to the double-sided tape which holds this on here. And then it should be able to start to fire it up. There we go. And we'll keep that orientation because we'll put that back into the new bar. Lastly, we just remove the grill. There's the black clips. Let's get a little pick, and that should start to just unclip. We'll push a little. So we've double-sided taped in the existing washer. We actually cleaned off the original double-sided tape that came factory and put on the new double-sided tape. That's pretty much just sliding in the existing washer and then putting on clip. That's it. So we've put in our washer jets. Now we're up to the sensors. Basically come with these molded sensor housings. You push out the clip and pick it up, and you've got to file down the little nibs. Be gentle when you're doing it, you don't want to scratch the black on the front. And it's a good idea to just check. It's a good idea just to check that the sensor pokes through nicely without any rubber getting caught up in it. Then basically we have 3M double-sided tape and primer adhesive promoter. We'll go around, we'll give everything a quick clean, all the spots that we're going to be installing the sensors. Maybe a good idea to wipe down each of the sensors. It's a good idea to use something like a blade or a scalpel to apply this. It can get stuck to your fingers. So basically we'll stick that on, like that. Try not to stick it to our fingers. Alright, there we go. And then basically we'll peel this off. We'll go like that, nice and gently. And then remembering our sensors up, so go that way. Just flushing the bar, so it's important to get this housing correct. So we're going to put it like that, stick that in there, and then press. Then basically, we'll take this tape off, make it a bit easier, but we'll stick the sensor in. And we have these screws. So, hold that in there. And then if the sensor, depending on inside or outside sensors, doesn't make contact, where this one looks like it's a bit loose, you flip it over and then you'd evenly screw so it's equal pressure on both sides, and then just make sure it's stiff like that. It's also a good idea to cable tie the supporting wire in the orientation so it's also held in place like that. So we'll cable tie this out of the way of the vent mesh and then probably to there like that, and that's it. So the middle two sensors we're going to take out of the factory bumper. It actually denotes which way is up. Because it's a white bumper, we've actually painted them. You're going to remove all this and then put double-sided tape on, and then like this one pre-done, we will put it in. It's correct orientation. For the lights over here, basically you've got to slide the light under and then give it a twist so it pops in. You want the plastic underneath and then tighten it up, and then we can go ahead and plug back in connectors. Right, and then we're pretty much nearing there. We've got our sensors in. We're going to cable tie this. We're going to cable tie this off here so it's a bit so it doesn't pull on it. Maybe a little bit tighter there, and then we'll move across to securing up all the water hose. We've got our bullbar prepped. So after that, we need to take off the front crush bar here, which holds the bumper, our radar, and put it into the bar. Basically, you're still got to take off the two side bumper supports here. I'll pre-loosen it to 10 mils, and then you're going to pry that off. Under here, we've got 3 bolts. We want to basically get a screwdriver and take that off. I've shown it loose here. I'll just get a screwdriver and finish that off. I've already loosened it up, obviously. Right, all this does is hold the bumper. It doesn't actually support the headlight. Right. Then there is 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts here, 16 mil. We'll go ahead and take those off in a second. But there's also these tabs here with I think a 13 mil, 1, 2, 3 or 4 we've got to take off. Let's get a 16 mil. We'll start loosening off. Right, that will come off, get them all off, and once all of them are off, we can just take this part off, and then we'll get on to disconnecting the radar and putting the radar in the bar. We'll now remove the radar before we take this off. We'll use 10 mil spanner, not a socket or a driver. We don't want to upset the radar. We'll press this button, we'll disconnect the leading power, and then there is a removal. We'll plug it back here. Okay. We'll take this radar, be careful not to drop it. And then we'll put this into the bull bar. Everything's in the bar now. Harnesses are done up. We've run the water line through the pre-cut holes. You can see in the side of the bar there. Now we'll put our radar in, slide it through. Get a bolt in there. Washer, spring washer. We'll just do the other side. We've removed the radar, the crash can that holds the bumper. Now I have to move the air dams. 2 clips at the top there, and then 2 in there which you pick out and then pull out. And then we'll basically get the cradle on, and then the associated recovery points and chassis reinforcement brackets. We have our cradle on loosely. As you can see here, we've got a chassis reinforcement bracket. You may need to trim it a little bit to get this bolt in, but this bolt goes into the chassis and then tightens from this side to hold everything to the front of the chassis. We've got all our bolts in. We've got our recovery point on here. TIL models, you'll have to drop a longer bolt in from the top and do it from underneath. TI models should have captive nuts. I'm also just going to unpick this radar plug here. Simply just gets a bit more room so it's not getting pulled when we go to plug it back in underneath. After this, we're going to just test fit the bar and make sure the panels align left to right. And when we're happy with that, we'll go through and we'll tighten everything up. We're pretty much done with the SLX Extreme Series bar triple loop. Let's talk you through a couple of things here. We've got the sensors in, we've got the pop-up washers in. You can probably paint the pop-up washers if you like to match the bar, or when you color code it suits a lot better. We've got the removable lead loop here. There's also spotlight holes pre-drilled, so if you didn't want to run the lead bar, you can pretty much put the spotlights in there and the camera will go back into its original spot there. Camera relocation bracket, flip up bracket, removable mesh, high lift jack points. We've got the original fog lights back in, provision for additional spotlights or fog lights behind the mesh, the brackets there if you wanted. We just got our bash plate to go and our third wing underside protection to go. When we put that in there, the captive nuts. We've got our recovery points all done and dusted. Everything's working. And now, after we've done all that, then we'll get back to you with the final product. We're all done and dusted with the Y62 Extreme Series Bullbar. Let's walk you through some things. We got our factory fog lights. We've got our washers back in, our park sensors. Behind here is actually a bracket for another LED if you want to install it. We've got our underwing bash plates. We have our recovery points. On this side we have relocated the camera. Got a lead bar wired up. We've got the flip up number plate. We've got removable mesh. Got a nice 5mm bash plate in the center there. And then we've got the antenna tab on the top here. Nice and sleek. Hugged to the car beautifully. Super strong, super robust.